The new Hearthstone year is almost here, guys, and it's gonna be the year of the Scarab. With this, we are gonna be getting a brand new core set, the three oldest sets are rotating, and in this video we're gonna cover all of those exciting news, so stick around to the end, and I hope you enjoy the video, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be great. And don't forget you can check me out live on stream each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, live at Twitch. Now, let's get into it.
You are not prepared!
Right, welcome to the year of the Scarab. The moment is almost here to gaze up at the great Hearthstone clock in the sky and count down the days until a new year of Hearthstone begins, as we welcome the year of the Scarab. Tune into the Hearthstone Spotlight livestream on February 9th at 9:30 AM PST for your first look at exciting updates coming in 2026. The team will be revealing a variety of free rewards and surprises, don't miss it. You can watch it live on Twitch and on YouTube, which is always nice. What else do we have? Year of the Scarab core set and card changes. The core set is the free card pool that forms the foundation for each Hearthstone year, so rotation is our opportunity to reshape that framework for the year ahead. That includes deciding which cards stay, leave, or join core, as well as making adjustments to some of these cards. These changes to the core set will take effect with the launch of our next expansion. You can find all the upcoming changes linked below. Cards entering and leaving core set, we're gonna look at these graphics real soon. All Scarab core cards getting adjustments. Again, we're gonna have a graphic and a text-only list, and we can keep reading for summary of our latest core set changes. Staples step aside. We are removing a variety of high-impact cards to open up new design space and give classes the chance to explore fresh strategies without being tied to older dominant effects. Swipe, Brawl, Corpse Explosion are just a few examples. One of the biggest changes is the removal of Shadow Step Fine a Frickin' Lee, a card that has shaped Rogue since the very beginning of Hearthstone, and we are excited to see how the class grows once this iconic staple disappears into the shadows. Here we have visualized Shadow Step, Swipe, Brawl, Corpse Explosion indeed are gonna be getting kicked out of core, and instead we're gonna get some interesting cards. Several returning favorites are coming back, including Call of the Wild, Shadow of Demise, and Ruined Orb, and a few others are returning with light buffs. 8 mana Call of the Wild, 2 mana Ruined Orb, and the Shadow of Demise, which each time you cast a spell transforms this into a copy of it. We're also going to have new class tools. We're introducing a few new cards that help reinforce the general direction of their classes and related archetypes. Here we have it, 6 brand new cards shown here. The 4 mana Double Blood Rune card, Consumption, deal 3 damage to 2 random enemy minions, draw a card for each that dies. So this is going to be removing a couple of idiots from the board for you and also draw you up to a couple of cards. Definitely not the worst. Should be nice for a control class like a Double Blood Death Knight. We also have a Double Blue, 2 mana Depth's Advance, freeze a character, discover a spell. Seems okay. You can target who you want to be freezing. You can be freezing faces. Could be worth running indeed. And you get to discover a spell, so not the worst, and it could be from anything. A 5 mana legendary card for Shaman, a free 5, Rhaegar Earth Fury. After this or an adjacent minion attacks, get a lightning bolt. So if you already have an established board, plop this guy in the middle and you get yourself a couple of lightning bolts. Not the worst. Would have been even better with Rush on it, but that probably would be a little bit too much. Priest is also getting a brand new legendary, the 6 mana 4/5 Undead. Looks pretty life to me. Kalia Manyfill. Manyfill? What? I don't know. Battlecry, resurrect your highest cost minion that died this game. That could be kinda lit with the quest reward, for instance, and being a free core card could definitely see a lot of play. Druid is also getting a brand new legendary, the 6 mana 4/3 Ulfar. Battlecry, give your other minions Death Rattle, summon a minion with this minion's cost. Damn, son. So this should be pretty lit in a tokeny deck, something like a Treant Druid or just any type of board-centric, a lot of idiots on the board Druid should be loving this. Fill your board with a bunch of random 6-drops, sounds good to me, makes the board nice and sticky, should be decent. And last but not least, Demon Hunter is getting a 9 mana 9/8 demon, Tichondrius. Your hero is immune, Battlecry, your next demon this turn costs 0. Sounds like a bargain to me, bit expensive, but quite the big effect. Might be a little bit too slow, but time will tell. Okay, let's move down to the 2 graphics we have so far, and we have a couple of card adjustments here, a bunch more like it. The Demon Hunter Wrath Spike Brute, 5 mana 3/6 demon. After this is attacked, deal 1 damage to all enemies. Honestly, I'd rather read the text thing. Apparently this thing used to have 2 attack, now it's gonna have 3 attack. Khalazi the Lynx used to be 5 mana, now it's gonna be 4, and it used to have 3 attack, now it's gonna be 4, and also now it's gonna have Rush himself. The Mage Deep Freeze has 1 mana reduction from 8 down to 7. Shakura Collector, the wording has changed from opponent's class to another class, with a functional change, so the card is now chosen from a random class other than your own. Okay. Full new text, stealth, whenever this attacks, add a random card from another class to your hand, not just from the opponent. The Witch's Apprentice used to be 1 mana, now it's gonna be 0. That helps Elisa, I guess. Brightwing used to be 3, now it's gonna be 2 mana. And the Curator, the wording changed, removing from your deck, but there's no functional change, so it's just text clarity, I guess. So same old, same old. And here's again a visualization of all of those cards. Now that we have a little bit more context, it makes a lot more sense, and we don't have to pretend we remember how these cards used to look. Before we check out all of the cards that are leaving core and all of the new cards that are coming, it's probably best for us to actually take a look at what are the 3 sets that are rotating out of standard, and that would be Whizbang's Workshop with all of their minis. Definitely a lot of amazing cards are going to be leaving out of this thing, so a lot of cool locations, a lot of impactful legendaries, that kind of stuff, and all of them mini cards no longer in standard, kind of huge. Perils and Paradise is also going to be getting removed as the second oldest set. Again, quite a few heavy hitters out of these for all sorts of different classes, plenty of cool locations, a lot of impactful legendaries and spells. Would be quite the huge power shift, that's for sure. And the last expansion that's also leaving would be the Great Dark Beyond, so no more Starship shenanigans, no more Ziliax, no more Exarch Maladar. A lot of impactful stuff is going to be leaving indeed. The Spellburst idiots, no more Protoss Mage, thank fuck for that, and a whole lot more, but yeah, these are leaving. We are going to be getting some other cool stuff in the new year. They will be missed, but for some, honestly, good riddance. And now let's move to the really important part, which is what's leaving core and what's gonna be coming into core. I'm gonna go class by class, but let's start off with the neutrals so we have a nice little baseline, and we can see some very important cards leaving core for sure. Starting off with Cobalt Geomancer. This guy really didn't get to see much play, but you're no longer gonna be getting him randomly either. Youthful Brewmaster is gonna remove a lot of potential for a lot of classes. The Nerubian Egg was allowing a few things here and there, but nothing really pro-dominant right now. Nomelia, huge removal for a core card. This used to be an auto-include in so many decks, and she was the most important card to be playing around with positioning and whatnot. No more Menagerie Drug. That's maybe they are gonna revert it back to what it used to be, +3/+3 in it. Cornelius Rome was a pretty fucky thing to be getting randomly here and there, overdrawing yourself left and right. Vicious Slither Spear no longer. Volpera, Wisp, that's gonna make it at least a lot harder. Octosari was kind of a weird one to be having in your random 8-mana pool, and Ragnaros is no longer. What are we getting instead? A whole lot of random stuff. Merch Seller. It's been a while since I've seen this guy. I don't think he's gonna be doing all that much. Micro Machine. Looks like classic card to me. Witchwood Grizzly used to be pretty fun back in the day. It's gonna be coming back. Definitely strikes that nostalgia chord for me. 1 mana Swamp Leech is back. Kinda okay, I guess. Lake Thrasher. Without Rush, this guy's kinda weird, but with Rush it would be even better than Nomelia. Small Time Buccaneer might unlock some pirate potential again. Imprisoned Vilefiend, kinda interesting. Keymaster Alabaster. This guy never really saw play back in the day. I doubt it's gonna start seeing now. Brightwing now with the cost reduction. Avatar of Hearthstone was in standard already, but he was in the event section. Now he's moving to core, so everybody's gonna have him for free still. And we also have Mayor Noggenfogger, so I guess we're gonna see a lot more sorries in the game, and also a lot more oopses when you generate a random 9-drop, and this fucker comes out. Moving down to Death Knights, starting off with the cards that are leaving, and we're seeing some pretty big heavy hitters here. Corpse Explosion no longer, Vampiric Blood was a pretty big one. Horn of Winter also will be missed for double blue or triple blue archetypes, and no more Stitch Giant, so that is definitely gonna be a big hit. So yeah, Stitch Giant definitely a huge card, but with Exarch Maladar out of the way, it's not gonna be that big a deal anyway, so yeah, it is what it is. What are we getting instead? A whole lot of weird stuff. Bone Guard Commander, this guy used to be kind of fun. 8 mana, raise up to 6 corpses at 1 free footman. That can be kind of cool. 6 mana weapon, kind of decent. Here's the new consumption card. Alexandros Morrigain. This guy used to be pretty fucky, but he is a triple blood card, so it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world to pull off. We also have the new Death's Advance, and last but not least, Corpse Farm. Spend up to 8 corpses to summon a random minion of that cost. Didn't used to be that impactful, but who knows. With Demon Hunter, we're not losing anything too important. None of these cards were really that impactful, aside from obviously Tuskiercer. That thing fishing out Blobs of Thor and Ravenuses was quite painful, so with that out of the way, I guess Blob would get nerfed without it actually getting nerfed. And what are we getting instead? Here are these people, the new legendary Tichondrius, Mythical Terror. This guy is not really that impactful to put into your deck, but getting him randomly was kind of cool. This thing, who cares? Whenever you draw a card, summon a 1/1 demon with Rush, this might actually increase the new 7-drop dude stonks, but I don't know, it's kind of weird. And also the Ref Spike Brute, kind of okay I guess, but nothing really too impactful here I'd say. For Druid, we are losing Swipe, Thick Kite, Kodo, Bark Panther, Witchwood Apple, and Greybow. And honestly, I'd say just Swipe and kinda Greybow are somewhat impactful, but in all reality, it's just Swipe, guys. What are we getting instead, however? Crystal Merchant was a huge card. If you have any unspent mana at the end of your turn, draw a card, which is pretty lit. Under King used to be pretty impactful back in my day. 7 mana, 6/6, gain you 12 armor, basically. The Savage Striker could be kind of cool, even though it wasn't very impactful back in the day. The Boomkin, choose restore 8 health to your hero or deal 4 damage. Kind of alright, I guess. But nothing too crazy. The new O4 definitely sounds interesting. With Hunter, we are losing Deadly Shot, Barracuda Bane, but that hasn't seen much play lately. Terror Scale Stalker, damn it. Finally, I start trying TikTok Hunter and this thing goes out of the way, kind of a bummer, and no more Ice Trap for Hunter, that's something. Instead, we're getting the Call of the Wilds. Pressure Plate is coming back on the menu, that was an annoying secret to play around. Headhunter Hatchet's kind of cool. Khalazi the Lynx with all of those changes should be very, very hot. Augmented Porcupine might be interesting with a little bit of hand buff action, and Dragon Bane also back in standard, kinda interesting. As for Mage, no more Arcane Artificer, Primordial Glyph, Fireland Portal, Flame Geyser, and Caligos. None of these were super impactful, but Primordial Glyph was kinda cool, and so was Arcane Artificer. As for what we're getting instead, the first Flame, that was a pretty busted Mage Control-y spell. Also Khadgar, your cards that summon minions summon twice as many. He was a part of some interesting stuff back in the day. Nowadays, I'm not sure how important he's gonna be though. Deep Freeze, I don't remember seeing this card ever getting played at 8 mana, now it's 7 mana, maybe, probably not. The Ruined Orb, kind of a nice change from the Glyph, it's kind of the same deal. And we also have Astromancer, summon a random minion with cost equal to your hand size. It did have its moments back in the day, but I think the meta is beyond that now. With Paladin, we are losing Crusader Aura, which is definitely pretty busted. This was a purely core card crafted for Paladin back in the day. Red Scale Dragon Tamer, that didn't see much play lately. The Underlight Angling Rod, that's gonna bite the dust as well. Bronze Explorer and Anachronos. Anachronos definitely was kind of hot. What are we getting now? Battle Vicar, 2 mana 1/3, Battle Cry, discover a holy spell, High Lord 4 Dragon. This never really got to see too much amazing stuff, a little bit of hand buff action, but a wee bit too slow for my liking, I don't know. After you cast a holy spell, summon a 2/2 medic with lifesteal. With the 4 mana Veteran War Medic, kinda interesting indeed. The Cockhammer, Battle Cry, give a random friendly minion, Divine Shield and Taunt. And last but not least, the 4 mana 4/4, Ivory Knight, Battle Cry, discover a spell, restore health to your hero equal to its cost. Didn't this thing used to cost a lot more? I don't know. Either way, nothing too impactful, I'd say. Priest is losing some stuff as well. Light Bomb no longer. Thrive in Shadows was pretty strong. The rest are kind of whatever, even though Ship's Children also kind of hot. What is Priest getting instead? Whole lot of this. Crystal Smith Cultist. Battlecry if you're holding a shadow spell. Game +1/+1. Fine. 1 mana 2/3 and nothing wrong with that. Priest of Anshi. Taunt Battlecry if you restore health this turn. Game +3/+3. So basically a 5 mana 8/8 with Taunt. Initiation. 6 mana deal 4 damage to a minion. If that kills it, summon a new copy. Could be kind of interesting. And Devouring Plague used to be pretty impactful back in the day. Lifesteal, deal 4 damage, randomly split among all enemy minions. Nowadays, I'm not sure how powerful it is gonna be, but still probably should see a decent amount of play. And also the new Kalia sounds pretty hot. As for Rogue, this is one of the bigger changes indeed. No more Shadow Step, thank fuck for that, but Prep is still gonna be here. We're also not gonna see more of the Raiding Party, which was kinda okay. Eviscerate definitely found its place in a lot of aggressive decks and no longer Test Greymane, kinda okay. What are we getting instead? Shadow of the Mice should be kinda busted. Shiv is kinda fine. Jackpot used to be pretty busted, but it does need some support. Sacket Sapper, return a random enemy minion to your opponent's hand, kinda okay. The 1 mana Spy Mistress is definitely pretty hot, and Crazed Chemist also could be interesting, but a little bit too pricey for today's day and age in it. With the Shaman class, we are losing some elemental stuff, and the most important one would be Alec here. Flame Tongue Totem is also getting off. The rest are kind of whatever, even though Menacing Nimbus was having its moment here and there. What are we getting instead? 5 mana Hammer of Twilight, Death Rattle summon a 4/2 elemental. Healing Ring is coming back, that was pretty annoying back in my day. Glaciate, discover an 8-cost minion, summon, and freeze it. Sure, I guess. Totem Golem is coming back, which is kind of interesting. This new legendary should be interesting indeed, and Witch's Apprentice would be huge support for release in Shaman indeed. As for Warlock, the most important spell we're losing would be the Solarium. The other cards are kinda whatever. Dark Ally Pact had its moments. Enhanced Dreadlord was kinda alright. Demon Studies. Despicable Dreadlord, I was kinda excited back when I saw this guy, but he didn't really make anything happen the entire year. What are we getting instead? Oh my goodness, Voidlord, yeah? What is this? Twisting Nether is also coming back. Gnome Ferratu was pretty busted, so now we're gonna be seeing some disgusting burns with her again. Rift Lever, 6 mana, 7/5, destroy a minion, your hero takes damage equal to its health. Could be interesting. And Archwitch Willow, Battlecry, summon a random demon from your hand and deck. This girl didn't used to be that important, but now with Voidlord, who knows? Warrior is also losing a lot of important stuff here, not gonna lie. Both Brawl, Shield Slam, and Heavy Plate all could be a part of a very successful Control Warrior. With those gone, should be interesting to see what Warrior's future is. What are we getting instead, though? Whole lot of nothing important, honestly. The Sky Raider used to be pretty fun for Pirate decks, so that should be pretty good. Detonation Juggernaut sounds kinda cool. And the World Mall Challenger, also pretty hot. This card is pretty busted. 3 mana, 1/10. If you manage to buff it a little with some of the stuff you already have, that should be pretty hot indeed. Should be interesting. So that's about it. We already talked about the neutrals and everything else, so yeah, we managed to cover it, guys. Quite a speed run for the core set. There's also a text document showing all of the complete core set now. Would have been awesome if they actually made a nice little picture for us like that as well, but it is what it is. If you guys want, you can read the whole thing so you can get a better picture for everything, but yeah, would have been nice if we had a complete infographic ready for whatever like that. Would have appreciated. So yeah, guys, definitely looks very exciting stuff. Can't wait to see this in action. God knows the meta is feeling a little bit more stale than it should right now. But once the new expansion happens, we still don't know exactly when. This will also be happening, and they did say that this is gonna happen when the rotation happens, when the new expansion happens, more like it. So we're not gonna have that Frankenstein meta as we used to back in the day, or am I reading this wrong? Either way, we should have a lot more news on February 9th. Stay tuned for that. I will be covering that as well. But until then, do let me know what you guys think about all of these changes in the comments. And don't forget you can drop a like, subscribe to the channel. That really does help the channel a lot. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm Kris05, and I'll see you in my next video or stream.